Hi guys! Today I want to show you how you can easily automate the rendering process and also have a bit more stable and more faster Blender session. Especially if you have many files and want to render it overnight, then it can be really a game changer. Maybe you've already heard from the command line rendering, for which has Blender an extra page on his website. And we use the commands, but we don't put it directly into a command prompt. What we do is we put it into a batch script so that we can have multiple commands in a row. First, we have to make a new text file. Right mouse button, new, and text document. Then type a name, render test, double click on it. It's here. And now the first thing we have to do is set the path to the Blender installation. So normally it's under Program Files, Blender Foundation, and then the Blender version. If you want to use car cycles, for example, then you have to put the path to the car cycles folder in this case. And yes, it's basically just this. So we first have to type Blender, then -b for background rendering, and here we type in the path to the blend file, and then -a for animation. If you don't type anything else, then Blender will automatically take all values from the blend file. So for example, the frame range you set here. If you want, you can also specify the frame range with -s for the start frame, 10 for example, and -e for the end frame, 20 for example. You can read about it more on the command line page on the Blender website. Here you can find also a link to all command line arguments. And now you can put as many commands in a row as you want. So, for example, I just copy it and then 2 and 3. Of course, it depends how you name the files. What can be useful is to set a timeout between the rendering commands so that the PC has a bit time to cool down between the different jobs. And for that, you just type timeout and then a number for the seconds. If you want to determine how long he should render before he shuts down, then you can also put a shutdown command at the beginning with shutdown -s, -t, and the number of seconds. In this case, this is about 8.5 hours. And now finally, if you have set everything, we have to change the ending of the text file so that Windows recognizes it as a batch script. For that, just close it. And then now we go to the Explorer, and under Display we can find the file name extension, and if we activate it, we can see the ending of the file. And now we can change it to bad. Then we say yes, and as you can see, now it's a batch script. And we just have to double click on it, and the rendering process automatically starts. Of course, now you can always change the commands in the script with right mouse button, more options, and edit. And here you can see the commands.